Stop what you're doing and check your phone right now because something happened to your device recently that you did not approve, did not request, and were never clearly warned about. Your phone received a silent update. You did not see it coming. You did not tap agree. It downloaded and installed itself automatically in the background while you were sleeping, working, or living your life. And scammers already know this happens. They have built entire criminal operations around exploiting exactly this moment, the gap between when your phone silently updates and when you realize something has changed. People are losing access to their bank accounts, their email, their entire digital identity, not because they clicked a suspicious link or fell for an obvious trick, but because scammers exploited a silent update window to take control of their phone number before the victim had any idea anything was wrong. This is happening right now to real people with real phones exactly like yours. And there are concrete steps you can take in the next few minutes to protect yourself before you become the next target. Read every word of this because by the end, you will know exactly what to do. Let me explain exactly what a silent update is because most people have never heard the term, even though it has been happening to their phone for years. On iPhones, Apple confirms that carrier settings updates can download and install automatically without requiring you to tap anything. Your carrier, the company providing your phone service, pushes these updates to configure how your phone connects to their network. When a carrier releases a mandatory update, your phone receives it silently, no warning screen, no approval required. No notification that anything changed. The update installs itself and your phone continues working exactly as before, which is precisely why you never notice it happened. On Android phones, similar automatic system and carrier updates occur in the background. Google and Samsung both build their devices to receive and apply certain network configuration updates without user interaction. This is presented by manufacturers and carriers as a convenience feature. Updates happen automatically, so your network connection stays optimized without you needing to do anything manually. That is the official explanation. What that explanation leaves out is what happens when scammers learn to exploit the moment your phone processes these silent changes and use that moment to strike before you have any idea something is wrong. The scam that law enforcement agencies, including the FTC and FCC, have identified as the primary threat linked to phone updates and network changes is called SIM swapping. Here is exactly how it works in plain language that everyone can understand. Your phone number is attached to a SIM card, the small chip inside your device that connects you to your carrier's network. Everything tied to your phone number, your calls, your text messages, your two-factor authentication codes sent by your bank or email provider flows through that SIM card to your phone. A SIM swap scam happens when a criminal contacts your mobile carrier, pretends to be you, and convinces the carrier's customer service representative to transfer your phone number from your SIM card to a SIM card the criminal controls. Once that transfer happens, your phone loses signal. You cannot make calls, you cannot receive texts. And every two-factor authentication code sent to your phone number goes directly to the criminal's device instead of yours. Within minutes, the criminal uses those codes to reset the passwords on your bank account, your email, your social media, your investment accounts. By the time you realize your phone has lost signal and call your carrier to find out why, the criminal has already changed every password and locked you out of your own digital life. The FTC documents this scam extensively. It is not theoretical. It is happening to thousands of people every single month across every carrier and every network in the country. The connection to silent updates is direct and important to understand clearly. Scammers monitor for moments of network transition and configuration change because those moments create confusion that makes their fraud easier to execute successfully. When carriers push updates related to 5G network transitions, network configuration changes, or eSIM technology upgrades, customer service systems are processing higher volumes of account changes simultaneously. Scammers deliberately use this environment to blend their fraudulent SIM swap requests into legitimate network activity. They call carriers claiming they need to upgrade their SIM card for the new 5G network. They send phishing messages to phone users claiming a silent update has caused a problem that requires the user to verify their account information urgently. The FCC specifically warns that if you receive an unsolicited message or call claiming you need to verify your SIM, upgrade to 5G, or confirm a network update, you should treat it as suspicious immediately, unless you personally initiated that contact through your carrier's official app or website. The scammers are using the confirmed reality of silent updates as the hook for their fraud, creating urgency around something real to manipulate victims into providing the account information needed to complete a SIM swap and drain everything they have. Beyond SIM swapping, CISA, which is the United States Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, documents a second category of phone tracking threat that is equally serious and far less understood by ordinary phone users going about their daily lives. Stalkerware and spyware are apps that can be installed on your phone, sometimes without your knowledge or consent, that give another person complete visibility into everything happening on your device around the clock. According to CISA and the FTC, these apps can access your real-time location at all times of day and night. They can read every text message you send and receive. They can access your emails, your photos, your browsing history, your calendar, and your contacts. They can activate your microphone and listen to conversations happening near your phone, even when you're not on a call. They can activate your camera and capture images without any indication on screen. All of this information is transmitted silently to whoever installed the app, continuously, with no visible notification that any of this is occurring. The FTC states directly that if someone is secretly monitoring your phone, stalkerware is one of the most common explanations investigators find. These apps are designed specifically to be invisible to the person being monitored. They do not appear on your home screen in an obvious way. They do not show up clearly in your app list. They run in the background, consuming data and battery while sending everything they capture to a remote server controlled by whoever placed them on your device. Now here is exactly what you need to do right now, step by step, to protect yourself against both of these confirmed and documented threats. The first and most urgent step is securing your phone account against SIM swap fraud. Call your mobile carrier using the official number on their website or on your bill, never a number from a text message or email you received unexpectedly. When you reach customer service, ask them specifically to add a SIM lock or SIM PIN to your account. This is a security feature that requires anyone attempting to transfer your phone number or make changes to your SIM to provide a specific PIN code that only you know. Without that PIN, no customer service representative can process a SIM swap on your account, regardless of what information the person calling claims to have about you. The FTC specifically recommends this step as one of the most effective defenses against SIM swap fraud. It takes less than 5 minutes to set up over the phone with your carrier, and it closes the primary door that SIM swap criminals use to take over accounts. Do this today before anything else. The second step is moving your important accounts away from SMS-based two-factor authentication as quickly as possible. Right now, if your bank, your email provider, or any other important account sends you a 6-digit code via text message when you log in, that code travels through your phone number. If a scammer successfully swaps your SIM, they receive that code on their device instead of you receiving it on yours. The solution is switching to an authenticator app such as Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or Authy. These apps generate login codes locally on your physical device rather than sending them through your phone number over the carrier network. Even if a scammer takes over your phone number through a successful SIM swap, they cannot access codes generated by an authenticator app installed on your device. Open the security settings of your most important accounts, starting with your primary bank account and your main email address. Look for the two-factor authentication settings and switch the method from SMS text message to authenticator app. This single change dramatically reduces what a scammer can accomplish, even if they successfully execute a SIM swap against your account. The third step addresses the stalkerware and spyware threat directly. Go to your Settings app right now and navigate to your privacy settings. On iPhone, tap Privacy and Security, then work through each sensitive permission category one by one. Check location services and see which apps have access to your location and whether that access is set to Always, which means the app tracks you even when you are not using it. Check microphone and see which apps can listen through your phone. Check camera and see which apps can see through your lens. Any app that has access to your microphone or camera but has no clear functional reason to need it should have that permission removed immediately by tapping the app name and changing the setting to Never. On Android phones, go to Settings, then Privacy, then Permission Manager, and conduct the same thorough review across location, microphone, camera, and SMS categories. Remove permissions from every app that cannot justify needing them to function. After reviewing permissions, go to your complete installed app list and scroll slowly through every single app on your device. If you see any app you do not recognize or cannot remember installing, search for it before making a decision about it. Apps with vague names, generic icons, or no clear purpose that you can identify are serious warning signs. Stalkerware frequently disguises itself as a system tool, a utility app, or a service app, with a name that sounds official but means nothing to you. If you find an app you cannot identify and cannot find a legitimate explanation for after searching, delete it immediately and then change the passwords on your bank accounts, your email, and any other sensitive accounts as a precaution. The fourth protective step addresses the social engineering dimension of this threat, which is the scam messages and calls that use the confirmed reality of silent updates to manipulate you into surrendering your account credentials. The FTC guidance on this is clear and direct. If you receive any unsolicited message, text, email, or phone call telling you that your phone needs a network update, that your SIM needs to be verified for 5G, that a recent carrier update has caused a problem requiring your immediate attention, or that your account needs confirmation due to a system change, do not respond to it and do not tap any link contained in it under any circumstances. Contact your carrier directly through their official app or their official website, which you navigate to yourself, rather than through a link someone sent you, to verify whether any real action is genuinely needed on your account. Legitimate carriers do not contact you through unsolicited texts or calls asking for your PIN, your social security number, your account password, or any personal identifying information. If anyone is asking for that information through a channel you did not initiate yourself, it is a scam, no matter how official the message looks or how convincing the caller sounds. The people losing their bank accounts and their entire digital lives to these scams are not careless or uninformed people. They are ordinary working people who trusted that their phone carrier and their phone's automatic update system were handling their security adequately in the background. They never knew that a silent carrier update could be exploited as a social engineering hus. They never heard the term SIM swapping until the morning they woke up to find their phone showing no signal and their bank account showing zero. They never knew that an app installed without their awareness could be transmitting their location and their conversations to someone monitoring them remotely. The knowledge to prevent all of this is now in your hands. A SIM lock added to your carrier account today. An authenticator app replacing SMS verification on your most important accounts. A thorough review of every app permission on your device. These steps are confirmed by the FTC, the FCC, and CISA as the most effective protections against the real threats that real criminals are actively using against real phone users right now. Take the next 5 minutes and complete them before you put your phone down. Then share this with everyone you know, because most people using phones today have no idea any of this is happening, and no idea how close they are to becoming the next victim.